We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Washington Commanders. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
He said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it. Now, this defense for the Commanders, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Marvin Mims with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 3rd down and 6. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a 1st down. Back to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You talk about this Washington defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So in prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass? Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
They'll set up the throw. Out to the right, this one pulled in by Streets. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to go down back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Now a handoff up the middle. Streets. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
That's why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they know taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll escape to his right. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for the Commanders' touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Off a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They'll start with a quick throw complete out to the right. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 2nd down in the yard. Up the middle they go. Streets. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now a throw in end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. That's quickly out wide to Davis. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They're going to look to throw. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So instead of giving them another chance on 3rd down, they're going to decline the penalty and force a decision on 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it is 28-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return setup. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, it was looking like they were going to have the ball in good field position, but now with that fumble, they don't have the football at all.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to imagine what he was thinking there, though, right? I can take this one, break it, go for a big one right here. But you and I both know, always protect the football is the #1 mantra.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Marvin Mims, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Commanders 35, Giants 11.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
At the 18-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw again. Open man here is Scott, complete. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to claw one back. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7.
Makes the score. Commanders 35, Giants 7.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Lawrence. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Hey, go, go. 11.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Marvin Mims on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders have taken a 5-touchdown lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you got to be able to put together a drive and keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Easy.
On 1st down, Harding. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Lawrence now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Cut 19. 60 average. 60, 18 Rattler. Check.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be scared to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's got a man complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the 2nd half gets underway.
A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the 2nd half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Harding. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And the Giants are going to get the football back. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sandback at the 38. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
This a quick pass to Davis. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Giants are able to at least get 1 score back.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
42. Giants 14.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it and onside.
There he goes left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 33 yards that time.
Here's Lawrence. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Giants 14.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been in this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this, no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Right back to Davis. It's complete.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Rip, 23.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
That's into the hands of Edwards. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now Lawrence. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run this one in. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
30 left.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Touchdown! A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. And Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Patterson now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The score, Commanders 56, Giants 14.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
11.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Here's Lawrence to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. He wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this...
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Kayvon Thibodeau in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Giants are going to get the football back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
And quickly they get to the line. Here's a 2nd and 7. And his throw here is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, New York.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
The 2nd down pass. Intercepted.
Let's go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Easy. Read a 24.
On play action, Lawrence.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Kirby Joseph
Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Hey, lion.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Washington going to send out their punter.
Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Returnable here for Davis. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not.
And now here is another interception. Spins by, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. To the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
13, Luke.
Now Lawrence on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lawrence on third down.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Giants 14.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because...
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last